Hi guys, it's Lauren and I'm just doing a video. I wanted to do one on all the different crafts I'm making for my apartment and my bedroom, and so I'm just gonna have a compilation of a bunch of different crafts and how you can make them too in this video. I hope you enjoy. So first I'm starting off with some coral yarn I got at Hobby Lobby. It was only a few dollars and they always have 40% off coupons if you want to use that. And I'm just unrolling a whole bunch of it until I get to the amount I want. And then I'm taking actually a yearbook and I'm just holding it at the end, and I'm just going to wrap it around a bunch of times until you get it to the desired thickness. Once I get to the desired thickness, I'm just cutting off the end, and then I'm going to cut a little bit of yarn off of the spool, and I'm just going to thread it through there. Then I pull it to the top, and I'm just going to triple knot it there. It helps using a book with tying as well as with cutting in a few minutes. Then I just cut that off. Then I'm going to flip it over, and I'm just going to cut the yarn at the bottom right through the middle. This is where it helps to be using a book. I'm just going to let that fall over, and I'm going to pick it up from the center like so. And then I'm going to take another piece of yarn, and I'm going to put that behind there, and I'm going to knot that a couple times too to get the little top of the tassel. Once I finish that, I'm going to cut the excess off as well. Then I'm going to straighten out all the ends, and I'm just going to hold them like you would hair, and I'm just going to trim them at the end to get it to all be the same length. I had trouble with that one. And there you go, there's your little tassel. And just do that as many times as you'd like. I made 16. Then I'm going to go outside, and I'm going to spray paint a branch I just found in the woods behind my house. I found this gold Krylon paint. It's the shiny metallic. I'll say exactly what products I used in the description below. And I just spray painted that all over. Make sure you're outside when you're doing this as to not get it on anything in your garage or whatever. Then I went ahead and I used some twine that I bought at Hobby Lobby as well, and I just wrapped this around the top of the tassel a few times. And I made it a lot more difficult for myself the first time. I learned later how to make it a little easier, but you can do it however way you'd like. Once I finished that, I just cut off the ends, and I took another length of twine, which you can't see me doing, and I cut that and I threaded that through the little loop at the top. Then I did a couple knots on that, and I just cut off the excess. And there you go. Then I just strung them up on the branch, and this is my final project. I hung them at different lengths, so they would just look a little more exciting. So for the second craft, I'm making this flower canvas. So first, I purchased this canvas from Hobby Lobby, and it came in a set of 2. It was fairly inexpensive, and I'm going to take one of the canvases, and I also purchased a lot of fake flowers in the colors I would like, and they were 50% off, so make sure you wait for a sale because they can get pretty pricey. So first I'm going to start and I'm going to cut the stems off of the fake flowers. Make sure you don't cut it too far because otherwise they may start to unravel. Then I'm just going to start displaying them how I like on the board. Once I got a little farther along, I started to hot glue the flowers to the board, and this actually requires a lot of hot glue, so make sure you have some extra sticks available to use. Once I was very far along, I took some little white ones and I spray painted them gold, and I just put them on different sparse areas throughout the canvas to fill it in, and I also just put some plain white ones on as well. Then this is the final product.
But it was not enough. You should never come between.
And for the third and final project, I'm going to be making a monogram. So I already made one for myself, and I decided to film making one for my friend, and so these are her initials. So first I designed what the monogram would look like, and I traced it on this piece of foam board. She wanted hers to be black, so I got a black piece of foam board. I just started cutting it out with a knife. You have to be very careful though. You could also use an X-Acto knife, which might work better, but I couldn't find mine. So just be very careful when you're cutting it out. Then I just took one of these nail file things, I think they're for calluses maybe, and I just started rounding off the edges and making sure it wasn't lumpy or any sharp lines or anything. You could also use sandpaper for this. Then I began to cover the monogram in Mod Podge, and I began to coat that in the black glitter. Make sure you're doing this over newspaper. I would have done it outside, but it was nighttime. And so I'm coating it in glitter, and then I just let it sit for a minute, and I started to dust it off. Once I'd done that, I just made it so I could put the rest of the glitter back in there, and make sure you vacuum up because you don't want your mom to get mad at you for glitter everywhere. And then I used the Aussie Extreme Hold Hairspray just to keep all the glitter in place. So those are the 3 crafts I decided to put in this video to teach you how to make. I think they're gonna look really cute in my apartment, and I hope that some of you maybe try them out too. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Feel free to like or subscribe, and stay tuned for my next adventure. Goodbye everyone!